We might get cursed out.
Like everything you say,
Y'all niggas better stop playing with me.
the world's like super sensitive now.
I have the right to discriminate.
You gotta worry that somebody's offended. Potting through trauma.
It ain't like we ain't been getting cursed out since like 2009.
Oh shit.
Who are these niggas?
Fat Liver Jones.
Tracy Renee Jones.
But still, I'm
Fuck
offended.
'em.
You're offended.
I ain't gonna say it no more. We need to stay away from these niggas.
Exactly. I'm here.
Welcome back. Another episode of Potting Through Trauma. I'm your host, Fat Liver Jones.
And I'm still Tracy Renee Jones.
We are the Joneses. No relation. Or maybe we are related. We still haven't figured that out yet. But it don't matter. Shit is hot this week. Everything is just hot all the way around. How you feeling, Tracy?
I'm feeling kind of free. I'm off. I ain't gotta go to work and slave away at the white man's plantation.
Nice.
Feeling good.
Nice.
How you?
I'm actually pretty fucking stressed. Did I tell you something? My car fucking stopped working yesterday.
You told me that motherfucker just broke out on you.
Yeah,
You said
man,
just
I
quit.
was so pissed. Yeah, and then like it was smoking. Smells like something was on fire. Like I can't. I'm kind of going through it inside, but staying strong on the outside. So that's where I am this week mentally. Like it's all good. We got a nice weekend coming up though, so I'm looking forward to that. Hang out with my daughter and her boyfriend this weekend. By a
Somebody gonna
pool.
barbecue?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
there
man.
burnt meat
Chilling.
involved?
Yep, there is. Drinks, good times, conversations. Like I'm excited about it. I'm just like at this point kind of bummed out because I don't know like really what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a little bit, but I ain't know like car guy. But I did call my car guy, so we're gonna check it out on Saturday, and we'll go from there. So, bam, that's where I'm at though.
Well, alleviate your stress until Saturday.
I am. I'm trying. I was
So
all
you-
excited until I just remembered that. I was like, yo, oh shit.
Your whole shit just got sideways. You were like, yeah, well, I'm kind of.
Nah, I'm gonna wake it up. We good. I ain't I'm gonna try to stay awake. Somebody told me I sound like I was falling asleep last episode, and I don't know if it's just the way that I talk or like I'm not trying to be like some wild person. I don't need to be wild.
It's the meds, yeah.
I ain't even on no meds right now.
Taking away your edge. Oh,
They are taking away my edge. So shit, you want to get right to the shits? I mean, we're here, we're ready. All right, it's been an ugly week out in these hip hop streets. It is gross. I
Uncle
guess
Touchy is just out here.
yeah,
Uncle Touchy and his homeboys.
everybody outside.
It's
And
a lot of them.
And it just started getting nice, but they've been outside for a little while now. It's like you don't even want to go outside. You don't want to go to any parties. Or maybe
Nah,
it's
you
just-
might you gonna fuck around being an accomplice. Nah.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. Like, but see, this is one of those reasons why I always said I didn't fuck with like large crowds or even just hanging out with random groups of dudes that just give you a weird energy, because you can end up being an accomplice to some shit, and that's never a cool fucking thing.
Would you rather catch regular charges or would you rather have some Uncle Touchy charges?
I don't want
What's
no
worse?
charges.
What's worse though?
Oh, the Uncle Touchy charges are the worst. Those are the worst type of charges you could ever have on you, as a man or as a woman. But I mean, they don't really seem to care about when women do it, which is kind of fucked up. Like, you know, like because there's been a whole like share of fucking teachers out here that have just been fucking raping their students, like women. And
Well, they do care if they get if you seen them, then they got something happen. They arrested. They got a tweet off something.
that ain't worth it. I mean, that ain't enough.
But there's evidence of it because
Right.
it was advertised, so it's not like ain't nobody paying attention to it.
Right. It's
But then
it's,
ain't nobody paying attention to the men because the motherfucking men do
oh yeah,
like the wildest shit ever,
right.
and then they get like suspended sentences for like or like 6 weeks.
Right. Well, men,
Some like wild shit, like wow,
men are just fucked up in general.
and would protect other men.
Right. But I don't know. I don't want to. This is why I don't hang out with people, yo. Telling you, man, people be into some weird shit out here. You think you into some weird shit until you read something of some other weird shit, and you're like, yo, what type of shit are these motherfuckers on?
Not my
Like,
type of weird shit.
yeah, no, but still, like, you just think it couldn't ever get any weirder, and somebody just turns it up a little more. Fucking crazy, Joe.
I think that goes on forever because I run across with my big eyeballs. I run across something sometimes, and I'll find that it's something that I ain't never
Well, you've
think
been,
of.
you know, like, no disrespect, but you've been outside for a little bit, and like, you got your own like stories about like these weird industry motherfuckers that you can share too, which we'll get into.
You
I
calling me old?
No, I'm just saying. I said no disrespect, yo. Why would I disrespect you?
Cause man, it's facts now.
Listen, so you got your stories that you can share. The crazy part is, remember, initially we didn't want this to be like a pop culture, like social media based um, platform, but the shit that's happening we can't really ignore because it isn't so much that it is a pop culture situation. It's more of a black and brown people situation, you know, like there's some real shit that's going on. I mean, obviously we always gonna blame white people for everything too, so they're included in this, but specifically to our people that's got some shit going on. And
These are individual choices.
right, and we gotta address it. Like it's just it's too much that's happening that it I was just saying this even before. I was like, yo, we were just talking about domestic violence last episode. And it seems like every time we turn around, it just once again somebody's turning up the heat.
And it's surely trauma related,
Mm-hmm.
if not causing it, and then for the victims, for the people that are affected by it, for even motherfucker hearing about it, like
Right.
like people catching PTSD from reading stories.
Yeah, you see a
People
lot of
like
that.
taking a break from like social media, like the fuck.
So if y'all don't know, we talking about the Diddy debacle. All right. So CNN put out a video, or they released a video of Diddy chasing Cassie down this hallway in a hotel. Oh no, Cassie walked out. She was standing at the elevator. This nigga comes running out with a towel and socks on. He's holding the towel with one hand. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but he's holding the towel with one hand and he runs down the hall. And he finds her, and what he did was egregious. I don't even want to repeat it. But anyway, so there was footage of that, and the whole world seen it. And people just haven't been the same since then. Like, I feel kind of traumatized by it. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, it made me upset, you know, just to see the way that he was, like, that shit is crazy. And I don't
He
know.
wasn't sneaking. He wasn't hiding.
Nah, it wasn't. It was like blatant.
He just gonna do what he gonna feel like doing. And then I thought about it. Hotel hallways are long.
Yeah.
Hotel hallways are long before you get to like the middle corridor to the elevator. And then I was like, well, how many rooms did he pass?
Yeah. At
How
least.
many people just didn't bother opening the door, peeking
Right.
through the crack, calling security? Like, well, I guess somebody called security
Somebody
because
did. I mean,
they were
but
involved at some
honestly,
point. But
when I'm in hotels, though, I mind my business because, you know, I got other shit going on in my room. I ain't like somebody running down the hall. All right, well, just until they knock on this door, we ain't got nothing to worry about. That's how I look at it.
that ain't that type of hotel though.
Yeah, I know. It was some jiggy shit I heard.
Yeah, niggas ain't up in there with it getting folded up. I mean,
No,
I'm like,
actually, they are up in there. If they're anywhere doing some extra weird shit, somebody probably was tied to a wall, but in one of those rooms, like wrapped in some latex, getting whipped when that shit
well,
was happening.
that was his room. That was Diddy's room.
Oh, all right. Well, in
So
another
yeah.
room, somebody probably was like doing some extra weird shit too. It's probably like snorting Adderall off of fucking Amex or something.
Oh man.
That might have been Diddy's room too. Anyway.
The point is,
All right, let me slow down. I'm
this
speeding.
man was doing and it was daylight. It was like daylight.
Yeah, it wasn't even some. That's the other thing too. It's not even nighttime.
You ain't sneak at all.
That shit
You
was
butt you
sad,
butt
man.
ass naked. My like what's going on? Right? You barefoot. Like what's going on?
So And after that, all right, where do we start from here? The um the LAPD released a statement like a day later, right? And they said that they couldn't um prosecute him because of the statute of limitation. But it's like you just saw that. Like you got to do something. Like that's how everybody felt. Like you saw what happened. You can't just say it. And then Diddy released a half-ass apology.
I'm not asking for forgiveness. Why we here right now? Why you
Yeah,
here right now?
that nigga was wild, son. When I saw that shit, I said he can't be serious.
Did you peep his background? It looked like he was with
Yeah,
homeboy
it
doing
did.
downward dog.
It did look like he was out there with fucking Russell. And see, that's the other thing too. Russell doesn't make himself look any better by running and staying over there and just blatantly being like, "Yeah, I'm not living over there anymore." It's like, Russell, you know we can see you, right? If you're trying to hide, nigga, do not be on social media. Remember, he was arguing with his daughter last year, Father's Day. Was that last year? Or year before?
Maybe the year before.
But anyway,
But that's the thing. That's the thing about narcissists, and especially when you got some level of power, that motherfucker they be out of touch with reality.
yeah,
Like you should be somewhere so fucking quiet, so fucking quiet,
hiding.
just being in your life, whatever the fuck it is you doing, and then you're in a country that I think that has like real lax laws about who the ages of people that you might be able
Mm,
to have around. On top of that, you should be like be quiet. Why is you on a little camera? Why is you here talking?
right,
But
right.
that's they're they're too stupid, too obnoxious, too egotistical to just be quiet with the nonsense, the bullshit.
Mm,
And Russ do need to sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. He got mad problems.
way too many problems. It's like that's the other problem too, right? With these celebrities that they live their lives out in front of the public, so like every little move, every little sneeze is scrutinized, and you can't be like having. I mean, listen, if you're gonna do wild shit, but don't be what he's alleged of doing. Like that's too much. Like the allegations against Diddy right now is just way too much. And the crazy part is, motherfuckers have been hearing this shit for years about Diddy. Everybody said he was a freaky ass nigga before freaky ass nigga was a term. Um, you've heard like just different rumors, and all of this shit starting to play out. Like,
The Dave Chappelle skit.
oh yeah,
Even with him wearing the lip gloss, like the wild ass lip gloss, like jumping
yeah,
on niggas' backs and shit. Yeah,
yeah,
that was alluding to the fact that Diddy, like, he's sugary.
a little wild child. So I mean, honestly, yes, he needs to be punished. I don't. The real issue that I have with the whole situation is because I know that um I think my if I was putting my tinfoil hat on, we need to add a conspiracy theorist segment to this podcast too. But if I was putting my tinfoil hat on, I would say that he pissed off some really, really, really important people, and motherfuckers is letting the chopper fly.
Yeah.
Cause this is the type of shit you have buried somewhere, or somebody. This is like what they call dirt. When motherfuckers say they have dirt on you, it's this type of shit right here. Now I don't want to like get too far into my speculation just yet, cause I want to wait and see how it plays out. But if it is who I think it is, or somehow connected to who I think it is, this shit is deeper than like a lot of people want to really admit, and should probably rethink wanting to be in certain industries and having money and shit, because that's a dirty game. Way wicked dirty game.
No, it's not. It's not even a conspiracy.
It's
My
my
I
conspiracy.
don't do conspiracy theories because the theory can actually be a bouncing ball if you pay attention.
Mm,
It's not a conspiracy. It's a fucking plan. It's a strategy. Any big underground operation is at the mercy of the government funding it, participating in it, building it up, and might be instigating it.
mm.
and then will undermine it later on to be like the face of justice and to seize all of the money, the property, bank accounts,
Do you got a pop screen?
possessions. Mm?
You're popping at certain parts. Sorry. It's just when
No,
you
I'm
say
not
certain
popping.
words, yeah, it's coming through as popping.
And my mic too close to my mouth?
Probably.
What you trying to say?
I
I got
didn't.
a big mouth.
No, I didn't say nothing of the sort. I was just trying to make sure that people can hear you because you're dropping some knowledge and like
My hands are slippery. Is it better?
a little bit. It's just when you say certain letters, I guess like the pops are coming through. So it, you know.
Say the alphabet A, B, C, D, E,
So
F.
yeah, C is pop, but it's all right. We'll
Oh!
figure it out. 36. All right, we're good. I'll figure it out. So, sorry, where were we?
The conspiracy, there is no conspiracy, it's a strategy.
Okay.
So the government knows everybody. Like, part of getting away with big ass crime is that the government has to be involved and allow you to in some part.
Right. That
And
makes
then they'll
sense.
they'll build you up, then they'll come after you, and then they'll seize everything involved.
Hmm.
And that's always a lot of shit. So
Yeah.
it's not it's not no one. Probably has fell out of grace with whomever it is that was pulling strings in the background.
Yeah. To something happened. It
Something happened where you fell out of favor with the what was it? The table. Which movie you want to do? The high table.
either one. He fell out
You
with
fell out of grace
somebody.
with the high table, and now next thing you know, you got weird motherfuckers at your door.
I tweeted this out. I said he getting kicked out of the Illuminati. I mean, that's what it looked like. It's like
It
he was
is
part of some frat club, and they just
somebody
said,
somewhere up
"You are
high.
done, son."
Somebody somewhere up high sent a pink slip
Mm.
down to HR, and they pulled your
Your
file.
shit is revoked, my nigga.
They pulled your little file and started reading
God damn.
your, your indiscretions.
They let it be known. I mean, because there's no way that this shit. And so allegedly, that video that was released, I guess they're saying that the feds found that when they raided his house.
Probably.
It didn't help that his son released that corny ass record where he was trying to diss 50, but he was also taunting the feds. It was the dumbest shit ever.
The dumbest shit ever.
The dumbest shit.
Another lesson in shut the fuck up.
Right. So I mean, this whole Diddy thing, it really sparked a lot. Like everybody, I mean, all his little, so-called friends are speaking out and not saying so nice things of him. But there's a lot of people that aren't saying anything too. Those are the people that I'm watching because there are a lot of men out here defending him, and that shit got me looking at a lot of you niggas sideways. A lot of
There's
you
always a
niggas,
fact.
especially you niggas with daughters. That's just crazy.
But having women around doesn't make you necessarily respect or concern yourself with women. Motherfuckers is sitting right here with daughters. Any man who had a mother, everybody got a motherfucking mother. How you get here?
Yeah, but
What
some
that
people don't
mean?
fuck with their moms
What that
though.
mean? You ain't his mother, or you are his mother subconsciously. Either way,
Mm,
he's stomping you into the fucking neighbor's damn ceiling. Like what the fuck?
holy shit, that's
So
crazy.
having an association. If that's not the type of man you are, it's just not the type of man you are. It has nothing to do with your proximity to women.
Well, not even that. I'm just saying the. I'm just saying seeing something wrong and being like one of the because somebody said what did she do to him? It's like what do you mean what did she do to him? Like all right, so let's play devil's advocate for a second. What do you think somebody would do to somebody like that to warrant that ass whooping? Like what would you say would be the worst thing that a woman could do to a guy for you to justify?
He in the shower. He in the
Right,
shower. So what she do? Cut the she flushed the toilet and made the cold water. like,
right. You see what I'm saying?
like,
Like what? Like I don't understand it. Like I understand being upset and like pissed off, but I don't understand like anger like that. Like that's anger.
yeah, she had the nerve to leave.
That's crazy.
A whole
Yeah.
ass person decided upon themselves to use their feet. What was that? And then the silence behind, well, why she ain't just go? She'd stay because she liked it. Well, she free to go. Ain't nobody gonna just make you
What do
like
you
people don't
mean?
get
That look
kidnapped.
like
Ain't nobody gonna
kidnapping.
make you. Ain't nobody going. You can't
Ain't nobody gonna
force.
make you.
You can't force a motherfucker. Well, yeah, you can. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can.
people do it every day, B. And we just
Inject.
saw it happen. Like, who are you fucking fooling? Like, after
Who are
he
you
like
talking to
hit
right
her,
now?
and like,
He
what is she gonna do?
dragged her like
Dragged her.
Captain Caveman.
Yeah.
Dragged her like Captain Caveman.
When you see people do certain shit, like I understand animal instinct, but it's like, what would somebody have to do for you to like put
I
hands on
don't
them like
ever
that?
recall being dragged by my leg. God damn. Like a nigga will, you get the arm, like they get up in your armpit, like you walk your child and shit. That motherfucker do that to you. Or they got like your jacket, your
Yeah,
coat. You being walked,
yeah.
walked, pushed, dragged where the fuck they want you to go.
It's also a
That
pressure point up under there somewhere.
all that. That's that's typical. That's like 80% of niggas. Like who the fuck got you on the whole ass ground and then dragging you by your foot? Like
Yeah,
like they just hunted down like an animal,
right.
or
Yeah,
that's what they think they're doing.
it's weird, man. It's real weird. But listen,
I'm happy she's away from him. I'm happy this is out. I'm happy she's redeemed.
yeah,
I'm
there's
happy
some
that check
celebration.
cleared. I'm
Yeah,
happy all that,
shout
all
out to
that.
her. Shout out to her. And like the wildest shit of all of it is like when you look back and listen to, because like when you listen to certain songs with him on it where he shouts her out, you kind of look at it sideways now, because it's like, nigga, what's that about? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously there was something flagrant going on here to where as though, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Now I just see it differently.
But that's his whole spiel. He not cool with none of them people. Ain't none of them people cool with him. Biggie ain't like his ass. He was about to break the fuck out. He was using Biggie. Like everybody he put in front of him is some type of like a mask. Like he be swapping out like personas with his artists and shit. Ain't no not even that you broke, my nigga. You're dead. Like your artists are like not alive. What the fuck?
Right. You
For
think he
random
had
ass
a
reasons. Like his whole rap sheet is wow.
you think he had a insurance policy on Biggie? Reason I
Probably.
say that is because like a motherfucker get an insurance policy on anybody. That is the wildest shit out there.
What you think them contracts say? Baby, my job got an insurance policy on me. My jobs have been had an insurance policy on me.
That's
I,
crazy, yo.
I worked a case that made Eastman Kodak stop having insurance policies on every employee from the CEO all the way down to the fucking janitor.
You gotta protect your investment though, right?
Your janitor is not an investment.
Yeah, it is.
But
That
that was no, the CEO and the people who make decisions, that's what the insurance was for.
right, but then they just
Until
started
they were
putting them
like,
on
well, fuck it.
everybody.
If I got 5,000 motherfuckers, and they had like calculations
Treating motherfuckers
and
like livestock. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
wait. Yeah, it's not wrong with it because your calculations by your job is also attached to your health insurance.
Okay.
So how about I don't give you no health insurance for certain shit that's gonna make you die quicker, so I can get this 100,000.
I mean, that's kind of fucked up. But
Well,
no, it's fucked up. I wouldn't agree to nothing like that because that's wrong. But I don't see.
certain people should have they have insurance for certain people.
Right.
That's normal, yeah.
But
So yeah.
even still, like a normal, like I could get one on you. Like that's weird.
I gotta sign papers for it though.
Yeah, but still, the fact
You
that I
can,
could like get the paperwork drawn up, like it's scary as shit.
yeah.
Like, what's the potential of somebody like having an insurance policy on somebody they don't know, and like this motherfucker just like die, and now all of a sudden this person is rich? Somebody threw that theory out there about when all of those young rappers were getting killed and shit, and I like always looked at it sideways. But the more I look into certain shit, the more I'm like,
They may have an insurance policy because it is common to have it as part of a employment contract
right.
in general. So I'd be
Especially if
surprised
you
if they didn't,
investing money into a person, right? If
because
you
you would want to recoup.
right,
And even more lucrative than insurance policy is the masters.
Mm, right, because that'll always generate money later on down the road, which is cool. I would like to do this long enough that it could be around for 100 years, just to see what type of residual income will come of it. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? Like the smallest part of it could be used for something silly, and it just plays over and over. I love the future, man.
Oh, Brick City
Yeah, I heard the
biker gang.
motorcycle.
It's a whole biker gang.
Oh, a whole bunch of them.
You don't hear them? It's a fucking
I heard one
parade.
of them. I heard one of them. So, and I don't know what else to say about this Diddy shit, because I mean, it really spills over into all of this shit. I guess we get into to Joe Budden being criticized for his not so kind words about Diddy.
Lesson number 3 on shut the fuck up and eat your food.
But see, here's the thing. Now, everybody's mad that, are they mad that he spoke in general, or because he had not so nice things to say? If he had nice things to say about him, you think that, because they like the people
No, he
really
should
kind
just
of
shut.
pressured
No,
him
no,
into it,
no. Go with Russ and sit the fuck down and do some yoga. Put your leg behind your head and shut the fuck up.
right? Because he damned if he
You
do,
ever you ever
damned if
been
he don't.
you ever been around a motherfucker? You ever been around a motherfucker that nigga that break on niggas and have a motherfucker want to fight or fucking avoid the table or cry or some shit like this nigga just go too fucking much and you
Right.
be laughing. It's all fun and games, but you don't laugh too loud so you don't catch that nigga attention because
Wonder.
now it's gonna be on you.
Hmm.
So you cackle at your man's getting clown. It's funny as hell, but you don't laugh with your mouth all open.
Mm.
So the cracker nigga don't he it's funny. You
Right,
laughing,
right.
real
You
hard.
think
What
this shit
about your ear?
funny?
You don't
Yeah.
do that. So what you do, you snicker quietly off to the side. So to not draw
Right.
yourself no attention. That's what Joe Budden needed to do.
See, he let the he.
Because we forgot about it's so many motherfuckers to talk about. Like we forgot about you, but yet here you go.
Right. So the thing
You
is,
should have talking about Trump or
right. But the problem is, he let the people talk him into talking about it, and I think he could have did like he did last time something came out. He just removed it, and everybody was like giving him shit because it's like, oh, you're not keeping it real, blah blah blah. But when the motherfuckers speak, then it's like the same people that were hyping you up. I said this shit about Kanye years ago. I was like, y'all don't get mad at him when you, the fans, are the same people that hyped him up enough to go on top of the building and jump. Don't call him stupid now. You told him he could do it, and he thought he could do. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same shit. Like, you let these people talk you into doing something that you really didn't need to do. You could have said, yo, that shit is egregious. We don't agree with this, and kept it moving. Like, I'm not going to spend time talking about it. Everybody's been talking about it. You really don't need my take on this situation. It's gross. Like, I didn't even want to talk
but
about it.
that was still a comment though. He should just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And people like egging you on. Somebody put a battery in your back. How old are you?
This is true.
And you should know. Maybe I shouldn't say nothing because I used to be out here.
Right.
What up? Yeah. So like maybe like your inside voice should have told you.
Right. But, I mean, so
But since he did, let's talk about him beating
right. So, yeah.
beating on women. Like he has a long track record too.
He does. He does. Especially allegations. I've never seen any video, so if there's any video out there, I guess there's that. But I guess it's different when it's video. Only reason I say allegations and like the thing is so different because it's like a lot of times people be in relationships where motherfuckers just be fighting each other. Like, I know women that swing on dudes. And it's funny, I was reading a story about Meg Thee Stallion earlier. Apparently she likes to put her hands on dudes. But, I mean, she tall as shit, so I can see her swinging on a nigga. Just because, like, that just looks like her style. It's not funny. Don't beat on your men. Shit, I heard a story last week about a guy who gets beat on by his wife, and I was taken aback because I thought the dude was joking, but then when the motherfucker was like, "Nah, that shit for real," I was like, "Oh, like I don't know." So it's a cold world out here. So Joe's ex Tahiri got on IG about all of this shit that happened with Diddy and Cassie, the video that came out. Once again, people being re-triggered, as you were saying. And shit, I just dropped my goddamn iPad.
Not the iPad.
Yeah. I mean, shit kind of slipped, but whatever. And where was I? Oh, Tahiri. She was on IG, and she, said some comments about how that triggered her, and then she went back and said some things about Joe. And then Joe followed up and said some things. I'm not about to read all that shit. If you guys want to see it, y'all can go see it. The real conversation is Joe has dirt on him, allegedly. But we also saw Tahiri beat on, what's his name, Vado. So Tahiri hits the dudes too. But this doesn't excuse any behavior that allegedly happened. I don't know. But this shit's crazy because
you get when you're beat on, your reaction is to like fight, and you lash out, and it changes you. It makes you it's like post traumatic. You're just ready for something, and then you find yourself escalating things. Or can we not have crime every 5 minutes?
Nah, man. I like the cityscape background sound though. Like that's pretty cool.
Oh fuck it, then we out here.
I'm digging it. Like
and that's also where you get females who are handsy. I wanted to mention this to somebody else. They were like, "Oh, cause men." And I was like, "Let's not act like your parents was beating the shit out you."
Right.
Let's start there,
Right.
including your father. So the whole like, I'm gonna smack a nigga. That's conflict
real
resolution.
shit. Yeah.
That's conflict resolution among everybody. My grandmother, you go get the switch. I beat a motherfucker ass. Mom, ain't nobody ever put their hands on me, and I don't think that would have been healthy for either of my fucking parents. Cause I just something about that. It makes me weird. But when that's my.
It makes you weird.
Is that? But that's my reaction. My mother fights.
She-Hulk or something.
My mother knocks out niggas.
That's what I'm saying. Like the shit is crazy. But there's a blurred line. Like clearly there's a blurred line.
She was beat on often, and I don't know what type of environment she was raised in. But I know of her having DV issues, and it's just hard to find a woman who didn't have DV issues. So when you come across somebody and they got like, they antsy or combative or whatever.
Yeah, it's way more common.
It comes from places.
Right.
Yeah.
It's way more common than it should be. Hold on, I gotta get something. Start talking so much. That's how I know I'm getting old. I start talking so much, my freaking throat dries out. I never had that happen. Pause. That was wow.
That's crazy. That was nuts.
Almost died out this bitch.
You got mad. You got like insane background noises too.
Do I?
Nigga, you grunting? What'd you pick up?
Oh, I picked up my water bottles.
All right, 40. Let's get it.
All right. So where were we?
Everybody
we fucking potting tonight.
Because everybody's beating each other ass.
Motherfuckers just putting their hands on each other. Yo, the shit is. I mean, my sister, her ex-husband, he used to wild out. But the sad part about him was the nigga would hit her, but you can't really beat on him because you might kill him. You know what I'm saying? Me and my cousin that fucking, God bless his soul, white. He was still trying to bounce back from the cancer and shit. And we almost killed this nigga one night. You know what I'm saying? Me and him. And it's like,
he fragile. He out here.
But white. Because I mean, listen, man, the guy he got issues. Like I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's doing good. But Nah, man, the nigga got real issues, and like we tried to talk to him, but he starts to drinking and shit, and he get like drunk to the point where he'll like fall on himself. You know what I'm saying? He one of them
Oh
niggas,
man.
and
In the bushes.
right anywhere. And then one night we picked him up, and this is when I was like sober, and like I wanted to whoop his ass, but I saw how frail he was, and I was like, I took him to wherever he had to go, and he was like crying on my shoulder about trying to get sober and all of this other shit. And I was like, well, you gotta want to get sober yourself. Like, if you don't want to do it, it's not gonna happen. Like, you can't just say it. You gotta actually want to do it. If you're serious about it, you gotta, try to talk him through it. But like, I
He
don't
ain't
know,
heard none of
man.
that. He was drunk.
Nah.
He was-
Nigga asked
he
for a
was drunk. He
cigarette.
heard
They got
none
out
of
the
that.
Jeep. He was like, yo, you got a cigarette, yo? Oh, my God. But said all that to say, motherfuckers just be doing the most for no reason at all. Like, a lot of
That's
it.
that's the conflict resolution.
Right.
Motherfuckers put your hands on you.
Nah,
Like,
you
and it should
said it
should be
best.
wild.
Mm-hmm. Nah, it'd be worse, right? Because so there's Joe's other friend or ex-friend, excuse me, the girl Rocky, who allegedly has all of this dirt on him, which okay, if you got it, you might as well just put it out there, right? Like, I don't like when people do that. They like pump fake. It's like, what do you want me to call you for? What, you trying to extort me, motherfucker? If you got something on me, just put it out. Don't be like, yo, I got this. All right, well, motherfucker, show them. Like, shit, I want to know what it is.
That's some nigga shit. I'm gonna expose you. Like,
Yeah,
oh man.
like, oh, okay, like, what, motherfucker, stole some
Freaky ass
gas once,
nigga.
like,
Some freaky ass nigga shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exposed.
I guess that's the
Yeah.
only thing you really could expose, like people's like sexual nature, their sexuality. That's the only thing that somebody could really be like, I guess, fully embarrassed by.
And that says a hell of a thing about how immature we are as a fucking society.
Yeah,
We still out here like, ooh, cooties. I
yeah.
I saw the wildest like tweet, and everybody was just clowning that shit. But I was like, the fact that this is like conversation is bugging me the fuck out. And we're still out here trying to figure out like, oh my God, Christianity saved the babies. Chicks is hungry, kids is hungry. They cutting lunch programs, but yet have more babies. No abortion because God and the
That
baby
shit,
and the
yeah.
life. Okay.
God
why
told
isn't
y'all
our,
this planet is.
why isn't our like living society for everybody who has like if life purchases you this quality of life, then what the fuck is it for everybody who is alive?
Yo,
And then I think everybody would be on board with like, yeah, more people, more babies, like yeah,
God
more,
has been
more,
telling
more,
y'all
but
for
we
years,
don't
for
know what the fuck to do
centuries,
with the ones we have.
there's too many people. Like, every freaking disease that pops up that wipes out like a certain amount of it, like, that shit is like, that's God telling you, yo, it's too many motherfuckers around here. It's getting too crowded. I didn't like, y'all need to stop all this shit. But no, they use his name to be like, he wants all these people to be here. He probably up there like, no, I don't. It's fucking crowded up here.
To stop abortion, you don't want information about sex. You're trying to outlaw birth control pills. You're trying to outlaw like the abortion pill is a medicine. It's used for abortions, but it's a medicine. So you're trying to take it away from everybody who needs it for whatever fucking whatever fucking reason. There was this long ass tweet from this man that his wife almost died because her baby had no brain.
Oh shit.
And they were like, oh well, you know, and I've been through that. So your child is not, her baby didn't die, but it would probably die
Mm.
within her. So now you have a dead baby in you. What the
Ugh.
fuck is that? Then you may have sepsis. If you get sepsis too much, you'll die from that. So there's like so many things going on, but she can't get medical attention because the law says something abortion. Like, it was the wildest shit. And they were like, viable pregnancy. The pregnancy's not viable, but it was like all of this, like, well, like, whose decision is
It's
it?
motherfucking men
Nobody wants
and
to get in
women's
trouble.
business
The,
again.
the
This is
doctor, dead ass said, well, I don't believe in abortion, so I won't be writing your prescription.
this
She
is
has to get this baby out of
fucking
her.
wild. Like, how are you gonna tell somebody like,
And there is no baby. Like, we were pregnant like a day ago.
right? This
This is
thing
from
is fucking
experience.
dead. Like, get this fucking thing out. Like, once again,
From experience,
men
I was
in
pregnant
women's
that
business.
morning, and by that night, I was not. And aside from the pivot of expecting a child and then not expecting a child,
This is why I don't fuck with male
you want
gynecologists.
to you want to move along with whatever has to happen next.
Shit is not right. I just want
and,
to say
and
that.
then having your whole your life on the line, like it was so much going on. So but you hear about sex, it's like, oh my god, he's gay, or he likes freaky ass nigga. Like we still hold those things over people's heads, but the thing
Right.
that should be held over people's heads is not the sex you have with normal people when you fucking feel like it. It should be all this weird closet shit like homeboy here. And the other weirdos, we have a list. We
Yeah,
have a
we
list of
do.
weirdos.
We have a whole list of weirdos. But this thing about Joe's friend Rocky, or ex-friend Rocky, the reason I say ex-friend, because they used to be cool back in the day. I remember when he first started the podcast, like way back, like in the double digits. Like she was like on one of the episodes or a few of the episodes. So they were like, they had like some sort of friendship. And then when I got into my love and hip hop bag, I saw that her and Tahiri had beef because of her and Joe's relationship. She thought Joe slept with her, whatever. Shit was messy. But lo and behold, we come back full circle. And Imani said something that was very prevalent because they had a Spaces last night on Twitter. I refuse to call it X, but they had a Spaces last night because there's a whole like Joe Budden TV podcast community, and he interacts with the motherfuckers, and so they had a podcast. They had a space or whatever. Somebody hosted a space, and they were up there talking, and somehow Rocky got there. She was talking about Imani. Anyway, Imani basically let it be known that if Rocky is trying to be all high and mighty, that she used to fuck with Floyd, and like I guess was like one of his side chicks or whatever for like over a decade. And Floyd's got the same allegations, but you never said nothing about Floyd. Floyd Mayweather is who I'm referring to for those of y'all out there that's kind of slow. Sorry, that was rude. I shouldn't have said that.
Fuck him. It's okay.
Anyway, so yeah, basically like she was Floyd's little jump off for like over a decade, but now you're trying to sit here and say, oh, I've been around you forever. I got things, I know things, I got receipts, blah, blah, blah. And then you're trying to throw somebody else under the bus. Like he said, if you're trying to throw people, and that was kind of like foul, I guess, to throw Floyd in the mix. But we got a whole list of you freaky ass niggas. So it ain't like it's too far, few and far between. Yeah.
Open the closet door.
And it's
Welcome
one of
out.
those things where it's like you said, oh shit, I forgot about this nigga, because you heard about Floyd before, but then you're like, oh shit, that's right, nigga, you was wilding at one point in time. You might still be wilding, nigga. You wear Mary J. Blige boots and shit. Them niggas be wilding. I don't care if the boots is $1,500, nigga. Put them shits back in your girl closet. Y'all niggas look crazy out here with the high top fucking horse
Being
riding
freaky-ass
boots and
niggas.
shit. Yeah. Fucking weirdos, man. Anyway. Where we at?
Floyd got allegations. Homegirl trying to expose. But yeah, if you're going to expose, man, listen, we're going to be here for a minute.
Yeah.
we
Like I
is
said,
there
if you
table
got it,
service?
bring it
We're
to
gonna
the
be here a
table.
minute.
Bring it to the fucking table. Show me what you got. And then be like, all right, so what do you want from me? Be like, all right, haha, you got me. Like, okay, if that's all that you're looking for, then get the fuck out of here. It doesn't make sense. And listen,
To have that, everybody knows something about some dude.
yeah,
Like, yeah. And if you want to expose, man, listen, expose people dirt that you know, males, as many males as I know.
I mean, I know a dude that was his like thing. This nigga been in jail for like just fighting chicks, like on some old like. But it'd be like the girl would pop on him too. So then he would, but you know what I'm saying? You can't be beating on white women. Like the nigga learned the hard way and shit. Shit was crazy. But yeah, it is like everybody knows, and then you be trying to tell motherfuckers like, yo, that ain't right, but niggas, they just not right in the head.
No,
They
that's their
really
coping
not.
skills.
Listen,
That's their coping skills. That's their, I
like you
think some
said,
of it's
that conflict
PTSD.
resolution.
It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things.
If that's the only way you know how to
It's
get
resentment.
right, if that's the only way you know
But
how to
no,
get shit out of people, then you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it's not get what you not got to get out of people. Cause a lot of niggas is quick as fuck to fight a female. But when was the last time we heard about you putting up knuckles with a nigga?
oh, well, them niggas soft.
There's a lot of those. There's a lot of
Yeah,
those.
but them the worst motherfuckers. Like, if you ain't going, yeah, nah, that shit's
If
just
you gonna
wrong right
pop off,
there.
pop off. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, be that. If you gonna pop off, let everybody in the street should know this nigga pop off.
right.
He ain't the
And
one to
here it is.
try.
It's like we
Yeah.
justifying it, but like we're not. It's like, but that makes sense. Like if you just, you're just an extra wild, soft motherfucker. If you just would only fight women, and you just like walk away from dudes like, nah, I ain't
Yeah,
with it
you
tonight.
got some. Yeah, you got some. You need to talk to your mama about something, and stop terrorizing the rest of the females in society. I be wanting to tell dudes that often, like, yo, you need to have a conversation, like a sit down with your moms.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point because I see how like a lot of dudes interact with women, and I'm like, that is so
You
weird.
need to talk to your
Like,
moms
dude,
and
like.
leave us alone. Leave us alone and get
Like
to the
some guys,
source of
they
things.
really don't know how to, and you know what it is. It's some people just don't like. Some people really don't have social skills, which is crazy because it's like, how do you not know how to talk to people? But I get it. I don't get it actually. Anyway, some guys they just can't talk to women. They either make a reference to some sort of sports, sex, or money. Somehow the three are always the reference that they'll try to make whenever they're having a conversation with a woman. And it always just goes left.
They start shrugging their shoulders and clenching their fists and shit, like they like a mad 3-year-old. When
Right.
motherfuckers start pumping
And then get
you
mad
look,
at the girl because the girl, first of all, the girl doesn't understand nothing you're talking about. And like, no, that's not how it works. But yeah, y'all niggas need to have conversations with your moms, man. I feel bad
we
for
could
them.
we could negotiate that. Like we could,
Bring the moms on the pod.
yeah, we could talk about it. Like, and I feel like that's some real shit too, because I'll be listening to dudes talk about their moms, and I'll be like, yeah, that bitch is a psycho.
Oh, nah. Everybody
Like
got to
that, like your
listen.
moms did what? Your moms did what? She, especially if your mother was like super churchy, she got an ism. Cause like we said, who the
Right.
fuck really like? What is this exactly? And your kids is home, and there's like motherfuckers that you'll sacrifice your kids to go run behind some imaginary ass blessing in church, and it never occurs to you that maybe that's not in your budget,
Right. Yeah, church
or
definitely.
pray and be like, Nick, God, I'm broke. I'm sorry. Here's a nickel and shit, and keep it fucking popping.
Right.
Like
But what the
that
fuck I'm gonna do
church
with a
shit is
nickel?
weird. So now that
It
I know your
is
mom's, I look at her decision making skills, and now I could just like go from there and be
because
like, okay,
she's
that's
playing from
yeah,
a playbook,
yeah.
basically. Like, oh well, let me go to this chapter. This is for this. Like, no, like get up off your ass. And listen, no shot to people who are into religion, but shots all the way around because I think all of that shit's like fucking gang cult like anyway. So it's like, you
Be
can't
into
get
your
mad.
kids, be
You
into your family like that.
right, you can't get mad at so-called gang members for their culture because it's pretty much the same thing. It's just they do their thing differently. You motherfuckers is over here with crosses and loud ass songs, hooting and hollering to a fucking white Jesus. Yes, you black people love fucking white Jesus, which is crazy to me.
Or
But
pastor with the lip gloss and the Gucci suits. Like
yo,
y'all
I had
bugging.
a fucking music
You
teacher
bugging.
in about fourth grade. This nigga, he looked like a pastor, but he talked like a pimp. The shit was crazy. Nigga never, he used to play the piano a few times, but nigga never really taught us no music. He told us mad like ghost stories and shit. But the nigga had a finger wave. He would always sit there cleaning his rings and shit.
But did you not realize that a pastor is a pimp?
Yeah, totally.
Which is why it sounds the same, looks the same, smells the same, talk the same.
Right.
It's a duck.
Hello. I don't got no duck sound, but lashes for the pimp.
I want a bomb.
Oh, my bad. You ain't say it with the emphasis like you wanted to bomb. You said it like we were supposed to like duff somebody out real quick.
Oh man, okay.
All right.
Well, yeah, nah. Niggas be having their hands on motherfuckers. And chicks, a lot of girls, I think Megan's a big girl. She's a
Yeah.
tall girl. So I'm wondering, because if you're not
But the dude she
feminine,
beat up was like mad
it,
small anyway, which was crazy. But they
but
say she only does it when
if you're
she's on
not
perks.
traditional, if you're not built like a traditional female or got something about you, dudes will treat you more masculine, which includes fighting you more often.
Mm,
So I'm wondering, because she was a big girl, did she have boys just jumping on her because like some form of dominance because she is a tall girl, she is a big girl.
right, right.
So she might have been used to fighting because motherfuckers want to fight.
This is true. Also, I saw it on. I mean, listen, your girl Jaguar White wilding again. She out here bugging. No, I agree with you. But the one thing I do say is I've heard stories about Megan from like a lot of people, and a lot of people look at her sideways. You know, like this is like outside of the shit that happened with old boy from Canada, Tory Lanez. That motherfucker, like that shit was something else that shouldn't have happened anyway. And when I watched that thing, I was like, this is fucked up. Like that whole situation could have went completely different had motherfuckers been way more mature. But this is what happens. They should have never gave you niggas money. Anyway, and Casamigos, because I believe that's right when Casamigos was popping. You niggas was wilding over. Don't think I forgot.
But what's the association with people being cool or intimate or a couple or friends of some sort, and how easy violence gets introduced into the situation?
Conflict resolution, because it's a result of an argument. It's not like motherfuckers having a good time and nigga just go upside the head. Like what? Like we was just watching fucking Dave Chappelle laughing and shit. Now you just swing it. It's usually an argument. Something was said, disagreement, like
Shit talking.
yeah. Oh, don't let it be a spades game. A lot of violence breaks out at the spades table too. So it's like it's almost like violence is indoctrinated in people's societies anyway. Because if you go back to slavery, that was the only way that they could get. They instill fear into the slaves is with violence, and motherfuckers. You get a motherfucker to act right if you can whoop their ass. So everybody thinks that they can whoop the next person's ass. The problem is you motherfuckers is crazy. You beat a nigga ass, he coming back to shoot you. So, I mean, not all the time, but for the most part, that's that's how Nipsey Hussle got killed. Or,
Yeah.
no, he didn't beat the dude's ass, sorry. King Von was the dude that was fighting the nigga, and then the nigga came back and shot him. Oh, no, he went to fight the nigga, and the nigga shot him. That shit was crazy. No, Nipsey shit was, Nipsey told the dude he was a rat, and he couldn't hang around him, and the nigga came back and shot him. Remember, we was potting that day, too.
You don't want to be my friend.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you niggas need hugs, man.
Thugs need hugs.
I don't know, man. I'm starting to convince like all of the issues with especially men in our culture, it probably stems from them not being loved properly.
So what's causing Uncle Touchy?
I don't know.
Because we got the beatings and the weirding,
The weird shit.
yeah.
But I don't know. I'll be honest with you because I don't know what would make somebody want to be that way anyway.
And
Like
you got more people, you got more men who would agree that there should be less violence, that you can't get to even have a conversation about the weird, like touchy violations
right.
that I would say women, it's not even women anymore. I can't even say that with like a clean conscience. The type of violations that people get when they're behind closed doors with certain
Niggas is over
individuals.
niggas shit too. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, niggas is tired. Like, we like, yo, man, like, and part of me is just like, this shit's never going to end anyway because it's like, it's almost like animal instinct, and some people just can't fight certain urges. Like, yeah, you got to speak out of it, but will it ever end? Probably not until man is gone.
Well, sexual violence is one thing that you can't rehab. So
No,
so no. So
that's
no.
Pandora's box.
There's no therapy, there's no
Right.
medication, there's no like mm,
Once you travel down that dark alley of like weird fetishes and shit, like you can't put that back in the box. Like there's no fixing that. That shit's way too like far out there. You got to be like mentally like into some other shit too. Like yeah, nah.
I don't know if I would say a fetish is a assault.
No, but it could be. Like what about women that like to be slapped? Like that's kind of
That's
weird.
it is.
I
It's
mean, I ain't judging, but that's not like normal.
but but you got consent. That's the whole difference. Like you can find whoever, like whatever,
But it's
and
still a violent act
that's the whole
though.
thing with violent. But that's not the issue. The issue is the people who get off on doing things to people against their will, because that's all that sexual violence is. You could go behind closed doors with a squirrel, and not a squirrel, but a block of cheese and two rubber bands and a candlestick if that's what you want. You and your people can do all that. You can have a
What the
room full of
fuck?
people. Y'all could do all that. People pay good
I
money.
listened to that
People pay
list and I
good
was
money
like,
to go into big rooms full of people with
"What
grease
are
and
you?"
condoms involved.
But what are
Like
you doing with? Hold up, what was the rubber bands and candles and cheese?
a block of cheese.
What the fuck are you gonna do with that?
I don't know because I've never been to one of those parties, with those type of parties. But if everybody agrees to be there and everyone's enthusiastic and all excited, hey, it's America.
Hey,
Do your thing. Yeah, yeah.
hey, fuck, fucking
The issue is
candles.
consent, and the thing that turns these motherfuckers on is doing something against someone's will.
That's fucked
Like
up though.
sexual violence is not about sex; it's about the violence.
Right, and I heard that probably a dozen times because I remember even back then being like, well, why would someone do like? How does someone find pleasure in that? But they're like, no, it's not about pleasure. It's violence. It's like, oh, well,
So
weird.
many dudes, my guy friends, my guy friends, my crew, they be like, well, if she not like excited and like
Yeah.
into it, I feel funny.
Yeah, this
Like
isn't
the whole
fun.
violent thing, and they're like, oh no, she's. It's like a rejection, but then these people, the rejection is a turn on. Whereas normal guys, the rejection is a turn off
Niggas ain't
because she not on
wired
board.
right.
Something ain't right. Yeah.
Yeah, niggas ain't wired right. Cause why? Like,
She said no. She could be on her. It could be her time. She maybe was out all day, ain't shout like whatever. Her no is like that's a whole sentence. But then that's your permission to be like,
fucking
don't tell me
caveman.
no because I want what I want right now, and like
And
that.
what?
Like that's like yeah,
What was that?
that's super fucking weird.
It is. It's extra weird. Like I don't. I really don't understand it. And I remember sitting in this class at BU, like a psychology class. Forget what the hell. Anyway, but they were doing the damn study on the damn thin tooth pedophiles, and that's what they were called pedophiles in London. They don't say pedo, they say peta, which I thought was weird. But
Uh,
anyway, we've been calling them because everybody in there, their teeth was messed up. So the joke was the thin tooth pedophiles. Anyway, they were doing a study on it, and these motherfuckers are just like, it's really something's not right. And my theory is just get rid of motherfuckers.
you kind of have to. There's I forgot what it's called, but it's not jail, but it's a form of imprisonment in like a hospital to just separate you from society.
Yeah, and
Because there's nothing we can do
right,
there's nothing we can't trust you to do
what's right,
anything responsible
right.
when you're outside in the world. So the halls you roam, this and that's it. And like even people saying to castrate men, who
That doesn't work.
rape,
That was
or
one.
it
That was
doesn't
one of the
work.
things I learned too. It doesn't work because
It doesn't
they'll
work.
find a way to, no pun intended, get their rocks off.
They're gonna do something.
Yeah,
They're gonna do something.
they'll figure out something else. So it's like, nah, fucking get rid of them. Like I really don't understand what is with society's uh whole like wanting to keep people around that aren't like good people. Like, no, man, just get rid of motherfuckers. Like, I don't understand that. Like, like never understood like certain crimes and shit that people do. Like, I don't understand how it's against people's human rights. No, I feel like once you do certain crimes, your human rights need to go.
You gave up your human
Yeah,
rights because you're not acting like a human.
exactly. So guess what we do to non-humans? Fucking put them down. Straight
Oh,
up, like, I mean, I really don't understand what is with, especially our society of America, that thinks that keeping people around is a bigger punishment than fucking rid the world of them. Like, they can
I agree.
still cause trouble wherever the fuck they go. Like,
If we were gonna get rid of rapists, we would be missing like half of the fucking hip hop community.
hey, listen, we might
Fuck
miss,
'em.
we gonna miss your slaps and all that, but check it, you gotta go. I'm sorry, man. Like,
I'm lying. I'm lying. We'll be missing like half of fucking society. Cause I was even thinking about like, well, shit, country music and then
right.
heavy metal music. Like you got the list of white boys.
Oh
They're
yeah,
just as
we
bad.
got a couple lists. All right, so this story about Megan. This guy, his name was Kareem York. That's the guy. He alleged that she beat his ass when she was high off Xans and they were around a bunch of people. Um, he doesn't say what year it is in this damn thing, but it's all the way. It's also from, this looks like Hollywood Unlocked. Yeah, that's Hollywood Unlocked. Jason Lee, you got to watch out for him too. He be having agendas with certain people. So, but like I said, I've heard things about Megan. I don't know. I don't really follow her music, so I don't know. But like I said, she's no saint, and they try to paint her to be a saint, which is like, I get it. They trying to make her hip hop's next darling, but she will never be Rihanna. Let's be
Oh,
honest. Nah, that's what they tried to make her out to be. Remember when she got like shot or whatever? Like they were trying to make it's not whatever that she got shot, because that wasn't right. But they were trying to make the comparison between the situation with Chris Brown and Rihanna to her and what's the fucking little nigga name? Tory Lanez. That's the nigga's name. That motherfucker.
what's the little nigga's name?
Because he is a little nigga, yo. The motherfucker's short as shit, yo. And that's crazy because, like, I'm not, like, 6 foot, but, like, that nigga's a little nigga. Anyway, yeah, they tried to make the comparison. Like, and these were hip-hop outlets, where it's like, these are black people, like, doing this shit. And it's like, why would you do that, first of all? You know what I'm saying? But then looking back, it was like, she had the bubbling career. They was trying, it's like, nah, man. She ain't make no diamonds yet. She ain't got no diamonds in the sky. She ain't got, Riri got some hits, man. I fucks with Rihanna.
But that was after the fighting. So it is a similar situation because they was on their own personal time, and then it's like niggas is going to the hospital.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
supposed to be somewhere being rich and young and sexy, and you somewhere
yeah, they was wilding.
with bandages and like limping and
Yeah.
shit. Like it's insanity.
Yeah, I guess it never. All right, fair enough, but I guess it just never hit well for her. You know what it was? Where, with Megan, I think she lost a lot of people with when the shit came out about like her and who she was sleeping with, and her boyfriend at the time. This nigga had to like sit there and like live through that shit, and motherfuckers got mad at him when he was like, I'm talking to you. Like, that was fucked up, man. Cause the dude stayed with her the entire time. He held her down. But to lie about the fact that you sleeping with like 3-4 niggas at one time, the shit got real messy. It was like, ew. Like, y'all wildin'. More freaky
Yeah,
ass shit, man. Hollywood's a weird place, man.
But her sleeping with whomever doesn't like
It
that's the thing
doesn't.
too.
But she
If
told
you
what's
get
her name she didn't.
any type of violence, any type of
All right.
sex
So
abuse, it's attached to what you did.
right. All right. No, I'm not doing that. So what it was she did the interview with I think Gail.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she said that she didn't. She straight up said that they never had sex. And then it came out that it was like, all right. And so I've been on a jury. And when motherfuckers hear that information, they kind of are being like, all right, well, it's the one thing, like, if a motherfucker is going to lie about this, what else would they lie about? Right? And you got to take them at that value, which sucks because it could be like, all right, she didn't want people to know, but should have known that it was going to come out at some point, especially if y'all going to trial about this shit. Like, I don't know. It just didn't look right in the public eye. So it looks like you're a liar to the public. But it doesn't negate what happened to her. Like, that doesn't, excuse anything because, which is why they still found him guilty. But it was like, nah, she could be lying about something.
It does make you a liar. I don't find it weird that a woman would lie about that because people attached to it.
No, there's definitely probably some validity to it. I'm not questioning that.
People dumbass attached to it. So you'd be like, no.
Right.
Did you do it? No. Never,
Right.
never.
Right. I mean, I listen, there's some bodies that I lied about, so I understand where she was coming from, but it's like, if they catch me in 4K, I can't, I'll be like, all right, you got me. All right, you got me. I'm caught. So, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, her story is different. Because, like I said, she look like she beat on niggas. And motherfuckers can say that I'm, like, stereotyping, but there are certain women that look like they'll put hands on niggas. Like,
Rihanna beat on niggas.
Yeah, that's why they were fighting. But Chris
Yeah.
Brown just got better hands. I mean, I don't.
That's a big motherfucker. He's like 19. What the fuck?
That little
motherfucker.
motherfucker, yeah, he's like that
Chris Brown
nigga.
is like 6'3". Like,
You
the
know,
fuck?
he
He
can-
ain't no little motherfucker.
You know, this motherfucker could flip like just by standing still. He don't got to run or jump or nothing. This
Nothing.
nigga just
Nothing.
flip over. Like, that's not somebody you want to play with. This motherfucker is like Spider-Man or some shit. Like, singing ass
And
Spider-Man.
they were in a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Man, listen, that shit. If you better be in a caddy if you want to fight a nigga, so you can have some space.
Listen.
A Lamborghini,
Yeah.
you fucked up.
Yeah.
Y'all, you riding and you up on a nigga fucking lap.
Y'all
So
fighting
what are
in
you
car
doing?
seats and shit. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But
But niggas is violent everywhere. I don't know.
yeah, I don't either. So let's get into our list. I don't know, man. Like I said, all the
Who
way
did it
around, huh?
The Who
Oh
Did It
shit,
list.
where's my list at?
Diddy did it.
Did he do it? So 50 Cent sold that to who the fuck won the bidding war? I think it was Netflix.
Yeah.
Shit. Goddamn iPad
Oh.
again. Nah, because this ain't the case that I usually use. It's supposed to have a keyboard right here to keep it from going, but I haven't got it. Actually, it's in my car. Fuck.
Some duct tape.
Back to the car situation. Nah,
Don't
it's
think
cool.
about the car.
Right. So first up, we got. Where do you want to go with this? Do you want to start with, because our trauma bond this week is going to be the spousal violence in hip hop. I like that better than sexual violence. So do we want to go with the wiki or do we want to start with the predators and the industry parties?
Let's do the predators at the party.
You've been to some industry parties, right? I've never been to an industry party, which I guess that's a good thing.
Well,
I don't know.
I told you I was at an industry party.
No, I'm asking. That was a question.
Oh.
Oh, did I not frame it like a question? My bad.
Is there footage?
I don't know. Listen, if there's no footage, it didn't happen. So
Is it? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
allegedly, this is all alleged. Okay, so who we got? Diplo.
I party with some people.
Okay.
I party with some people, and it's not like I said. It's not anybody with money. Any man with money.
And you be knowing how to find certain information. Like you be finding information that ain't on like It ain't on the dark web, but it ain't on the regular web. That should be somewhere in between the two.
Because I know people
That's what I'm saying.
and I've been places.
So here we go.
Yeah, motherfucker be out. Yeah, freak offs is, man, listen, the police department having a freak off, the fire department having a freak off. I had a list. I had wrote on Twitter. Like
Of like known.
East East Newark Police Department. Like,
Oh shit.
shout out to Newark FBI.
Holy shit.
shout out shout out
Hey,
to
who's doing that? Stop that.
the
Yo,
United States Armory. Shout out
wow.
to like,
Yo, y'all are bugging. Chill. Chill. Niggas doing too much tonight, yo.
Newark Police, East Orange Fire Department, Jersey City Fire
Nah,
Department,
yo, that's
Jersey
so.
Police. Allegedly.
Listen, motherfuckers ruined the freak offs
Broadway
are
State
not
Prison.
a back. Yo, the prison department is crazy. Listen,
Baby. The prison the fucking the prison dudes.
when I lived up north in Vermont, the town, it was known that the firefighters were all swingers. Like when I worked in a bar, you would hear about
That's
this
nuts.
shit.
That's nuts. But
Yeah, and it's you talking about like a small
yeah,
town
yeah, that
too.
clocks.
Right. You talking like a small town where you might see these group of motherfuckers in here having dinner. So now you got to be like, oh, they about to go have a freak off after they eat. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So now you start judging how much alcohol they drinking. You like, oh, shit's about to go down.
That's what I was saying about that type of shit is everywhere. It's everywhere.
I mean, I guess that's safe. You know, if it's people you know and it's just, I mean, I don't,
Well,
listen.
swing is different, but then
Right.
you do have people who will run down on you. You do have people who will make something weird. Like
No, I
if
got
you
picked up
having
by a couple once. The shit was
if
crazy.
you having a party.
That shit was crazy. My
You
friend
got
told me.
stories too.
Yeah,
You got stories too,
my
nigga.
friend
Don't make
told
it
me,
about me.
he was like,
if you gonna throw me under the bus, come. I'm gonna scoot over. Come on, get under here with me.
nah, that shit was crazy. So my friend was like, he was like, yo, you should make that into a joke. He's been trying to get me to do stand up. I'm like, man, I'm not getting up on stage and trying to make no jokes. Niggas throw me off the motherfucking stage.
No, just tell that story. That shit funny. As fuck.
Nah,
But
this
that shit
shit's
clocks.
actually,
That shit clocks like that's such a typical story.
yeah.
You don't know until you know.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. I didn't know until I was like already there, and I was like, "Oh shit, this
You
is
got peep
like
what's really going on.
right." Exactly, and it it was cool. They were cool. Like it wasn't like they took advantage of me or anything. Like I volunteered. I was like, "All right, yeah, fuck it. Like we here now." So anyway, it was like St. Patrick's Day or some shit. I'm at a bar. I'm drinking and this woman sitting here and we're talking, some light flirting or whatever. It took me a minute to realize that she was hitting on me. So that's why it was like, it was kind of weird. And then like, she was like rubbing on me. I was like, oh shit, like, all right, chatting. And then I turned around to get a beer or whatever, order a beer. I think I was ordering her drink too, probably. And I turned back around. She's like tonguing this dude down. I'm like, oh shit, this is my husband. I was like, what the fuck, husband? So I like was about to run.
They already ready to go.
Yeah, they like started. He was like, nah, dude,
Hey,
it's cool, it's cool. I was like, what do you mean it's cool? Like, what the fuck is cool? I was like, holy shit. He's like, nah. And then, the weird questions, you ever shared a woman before and all of this extra shit. And I'm like, the fuck is up with y'all? And then when they finally said, well, I was like, all right, cool, and like, but it definitely weirded me out
he's
because
so agreeable.
because I mean, it's the way they made it sound. It was like cool. It was like, all right, like yeah, it sounds like fun. Like she wasn't like bad looking, but it was like it was weird. What made it weird was when the guy's like in the corner jerking off, and you're like, what the fuck? Like I didn't realize like this. That's when I realized like I was in too deep, and I was like, all right, I got to get the fuck out of here, and I'm never looking back. This
Oh
shit weirded me the
man,
fuck out. I was like, oh no, I didn't expect.
I don't even know what that fucking feels like to turn around and have like
It's
my ex described
traumatizing,
that. My
man.
ex described that. He said he was with a chick, like he was like a teenager, and he had snuck off with his peoples and like a girl, and everybody broke off, had a room, and he said he was whatever he was doing on the edge of the bed with his back to the door, and then he happened to turn around, and niggas is like got the door cracked, and like staring and shit. And
Wow.
he was like, but fuck is you looking at? Like you can't see her because I got her legs in the air and I'm on top of her pumping. So I was like, nigga, they see your whole ass, yo,
Wow.
balls and they watching the dump, nigga. That's because that's really all you can see.
That's crazy.
But he was like, why a nigga wanna?
I
Yeah,
don't
what
know. Some
about your
motherfuckers are like
friends?
into that shit.
What about your friends, baby?
Listen, some people are into that, which like I guess I respect. Like if you don't care to like watch people, like I mean that happened another time too. My old roommate was like in the corner. She was so weird, yo. She was so weird. I'll never forget it. But yeah, she was in the corner like with her video camera. It was having a threesome with these two girls. It was fucking crazy. But she's like over there, and I like look up and I see this fucking light in the corner. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I guess the company she had upstairs was boring. I was like, what the fuck?
Not the
Like,
footage. Not
yeah,
the footage.
yeah. So if anybody has any dirt on me, it's
Yo,
her.
hit me the DM. I'll pay for that. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy. Nah, but she was cool as
but
hell.
but what we talked about, see this, but see how much fun it is when you on board with bullshit
Yeah, that's what I'm
compared to
saying.
like
Freak
weirdo
offs aren't a
niggas who are
bad
like
thing. It's
compared to
just,
weirdos is like drugging all the liquor.
yeah, that's not cool.
So your homies is drunk too. Everybody out here feeling themselves like they and the cocktail was wow. Like Molly, Xanax, like everything in the bottle,
It's
cocaine,
like
like everything in the
what
bottle.
that dude was doing to old boy and baby reindeer. That was fucked up. Like that, the nigga would get him high and drugged. Like the nigga would be so high he couldn't fucking move. Like nigga, you fucking numb and you wake up and this nigga is humping on you or he's got his mouth on you. It's like that shit was fucking creepy as shit. Like that doesn't even look like nah.
And it
Fuck that.
happens. And now we know what happens to guys and girls.
Yeah. And that just made it even weirder for me. So like that's when I was like, all right, this isn't it. But I watched the whole thing because I was like, I gotta finish this whole series to understand what's going on. It was based on a true story. Like that's what made it even worse. So now I'm emotionally invested into it. Listen, if you're anybody out there writing a story, a movie, if you put based on a true story and make it really good, you got me. Like I'm definitely going to be in because I don't know, like hearing people's like traumatic stories for some reason. I guess what's that like trauma porn or
Hmm
right like
I was
watching
waiting
all
for the
that
rest of the
shit.
sentence. Listening to your traumatic events is very entertaining.
It
Thank
is.
you, thank you for
Sorry.
your artistic endeavors.
Listen, whatever. Listen to this podcast and hear about my traumas too. I'm like, oh, damn, that's fucking crazy. It's like this
But no
guy's
matter
going through it.
we don't have no weirdo traumas. We don't have like Uncle Creepies. We don't have
No,
like Uncle Touchies. We don't have like allegations. How many allegations you gonna have, Trey Songz?
that is insane.
How many allegations you gonna have, Diplo?
Yep, he's another one.
How many allegations you gonna have, Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, but Charlie, see the thing, I don't know. Charlie Sheen, he protected by some people because remember years ago this shit came out when he had the whole falling out. He still got HIV or some shit. Did he really have it, or was that
Yes.
like a ploy? All right, so the HIV
No,
thing
yeah.
came out. It was some weird shit happened to where as though he got kicked off of that show. That's when motherfuckers realized how rich this motherfucker was. It was like, holy shit, this nigga is rich, rich. But yeah, he's connected to some people because how the fuck he ain't end up in jail or because he was doing some wild shit on that show.
He was doing some wild shit. I just read an article about him, and it said to surround him with female assistants.
That's
All of the
crazy.
staff need to be female, and there was like a stagehand or somebody, an attractive young guy. He has a type, and the young guy like something happened. The girl like observed whatever happened and watched the guy be like and like skeet off,
Oh,
and they couldn't tell what happened, but they know something happened because he was just off, and the people above them, the production people in charge, decided to keep females as the people closest to him on set
what?
to avoid him being in near enough to a male to pull
Holy
whatever
shit.
bullshit he pulls.
So they had to put like a fence of women around this motherfucker? That is
Yeah,
insane.
but people do that. People know who the weirdo is, and they put like a boundary around the person. Talking about the weirdos.
Oh, so yeah, Diplo. So this nigga is accused of distributing some revenge porn. That's this
And
article you sent me.
se- sexual assault,
And then something about
sexual violence, and revenge porn.
holy shit, too much going on here.
And he has 3 kids by African American women.
What? He's really white?
Azealia Banks accused him. Yeah. Azealia Banks accused him of messing with her when she was 17 in exchange for work on her album.
Wow. Now she's cuckoo, but like she be on point sometimes. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like she be some of the shit that she says checks out. Like
Yeah.
so, it just speaks to her credibility. Once again, I'm telling you, ever since I did jury duty, man, I looked through a different lens at everything. Like people, their reputation, their word is everything. If their shit doesn't check out, they're always full of shit. You got to look at them differently. Like, all right, man, you ain't good. You're not trustworthy for shit. But anyway, other than the time she put a dead cat in the air fryer, that was some weird shit. That's when I was like, something's really, really wrong with this girl.
But that's a good way to look at people, because I don't think we judge people. We don't use discernment.
Right.
And if you pay attention to your circle, some people shouldn't be in your circle.
Yeah. Watch the patterns.
It doesn't match who you are.
Right.
Or like you said, be an accomplice. I wake up and I don't go home no more because murder. Because the murder.
Right.
Like
Being an accomplice, yo, I'm telling you that I just realized like that's my biggest anxiety is like being an accomplice to some niggas. Like some of you, I go hang around you niggas just popping in saying what's up, motherfucker. Now all of a sudden I'm an accomplice to some shit that I had no intention on being a part of. I don't even live down here.
I don't even know this nigga. Like, I don't even know this nigga. It was his birthday, and my boy asked me if I wanted to go out. So we went out, and with some bitches. And next thing I know,
Right.
they said, next thing I know,
Right.
this
They
nigga got
said,
weird with the chick in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, now oh my God. Yeah, no, that's why I don't hang out with niggas. I'm telling you. Regardless of that, like, even you just never know what motherfuckers are into. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker might have beef with somebody, and you hanging out with this motherfucker, you mess around and get shot. Or now you got to fight some other niggas because they about to jump him, but now you're a target. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always some weird variable hanging around to where as though the wrong motherfuckers
Dead ass. You somewhere trying to have like a good night. Next thing you know, you running and lose your shoe and shit. And
Oh,
you
fucking
got somebody chasing you. You don't know
Cinderfella
why.
ass nigga.
You don't even know why you running.
Niggas out here like Cinderfella. If you lose a shoe while you running, tie your shoes up.
No, because I was thinking about my daughter. Some shit happened on the bus at the movie theater in Newark, and the whole bus started rocking. And she said, somebody not bust the window, but opened up the emergency window and like pushed it out.
Oh yeah.
And she said she was trying to fall out the window, and her Timberland fell off.
Oh damn.
So she,
Nah, them windows big as hell, yo. The New Jersey Transit joints.
But everybody was trying to get off the bus. Like everybody who wasn't involved in the fight
Oh
was trying to
shit.
get the fuck off
Yeah.
the bus. So everybody was trying to like fall out the window or throw fists.
Cause I remember somebody opened one of them shits way back in, and bus driver never closed it, but this motherfucker was hitting turns and shit slapping. Like, dude, you don't hit this window big as shit, yo.
You said that was like fucking 3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's still going on? That's crazy.
New Jersey Transit ain't shit.
They ain't
New
pick it up. I
Jersey
thought they still around too. They collecting all that coin. They ain't doing shit.
You don't be seeing me spazzing in the morning. I'll be like, these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers raining inside the bus. The fucking window was slapping.
Yeah. Nah, when I first moved back home, motherfuckers was telling me to go get my damn CDL or drive the bus. I was like, no, thank you. It was like, knowing me, I get stuck with a whole bunch of niggas. Be mad as shit. Like,
why you say it like that?
Cause man, you know how niggas be. Them
like
niggas. Them niggas. Them motherfuckers.
Where's my Confederate flag? Niggas. We MAGA out this bitch. These niggas.
Them niggas. I knew it. That's why I took my ass to work somewhere I never even heard of before. It's like I ain't never been here. But you know what? I learned this town like the back of my hand. Fuck that. Get me
Oh
the
my
fuck out of
god.
here. No, I'm telling you, man, like the shit's bad for my anxiety.
Being around people is bad for your anxiety in general.
Nah, just niggas. Oh shit.
Yo, these motherfuckers like the creepy niggas. The creepy niggas be everywhere too.
So this nigga Diplo,
Every
you were
fucking
saying he moved to Jamaica or some shit?
Yeah, he just bought like 900 acres in Jamaica. They would like the I don't understand fucking length and measurements, and I damn sure understand Jamaica. But everybody was lit up on my timeline. They were like, oh, they were like, they buying up land, and you gonna be a stranger in your own country. And they were like, that's disgusting, especially considering how he always targets young black girls.
Oh shit,
And I
yeah,
was
he
like,
about
well,
to
he
go
got
out
he
there.
got three young black baby mamas, so
He
they
about to
was like the
make the
things that
next
he's been
Bob
accused
Marley out
of, and
this
I was like, well,
motherfucker.
goddamn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you got
crazy.
some old weird compound type of shit going on, and
Yep.
and and it the article I sent
What's his
you,
name? David
it
Koresh. Remember him? That motherfucker.
hmm
That was
the
wild.
article I sent you was accusing Diplo of using money to scrub the internet
Okay.
of any news and
So
any
new
type of
old
details
allegations.
concerning
Right.
of that. So that's another thing. So if you have money, you can like squash stories. You can pay off people with settlements. Like how many settlements did Bill Cosby have? How many settlements did like R. Kelly have? How many like Weinstein? Like Weinstein had insurance for his bullshit. There is
Yeah.
professional liability insurance.
Yo,
I forgot when we were talking
that
about
was
insurance.
crazy.
Part of
Yeah.
your insurance is for you doing bullshit. Part of
Mm-mm-mm.
your insurance includes you doing some bullshit, getting sued for it. So your motherfucker be here, whatever the fuck he feel like doing to whomever,
Yep.
and you ring up the fucking lawyer, and they gonna cut you a check.
Yep.
It's another day at the
Yeah,
office.
nah, when I heard that shit, I was like, oh, nah, yo, that Weinstein shit was crazy. The fact that they had insurance for the shit that this nigga was doing was, I,
What I say, in order to do the bullshit, you have to have somebody enabling you to
yeah,
do the bullshit. In daylight, you doing some dark, like some nighttime shit. Somebody in daylight is helping you.
that's nuts.
So now, is it like an individual watch the creep ass nigga, or is it a whole fucking system of creep ass niggas doing some creep ass nigga shit?
Hmm. Is it all of the above? Like, it all sounds like, um, I
Because
don't know.
what you said about Diddy with the whomever, you said people did want to party with him because it was sideways.
Yeah. Yeah,
Of
nah, they
course,
knew some shit was going down. They was like, nah, this is where the shit is hitting. But there was also people that didn't know that and was like kind of just, I guess, wanted to be a part of the power or the party. Because, like I said, if I start feeling weird, like, motherfuckers, I gotta go. Like, I'm out. Like, I'll figure a way out of here. Like, there's no, only because you just gotta feel it. Like, for me, not for anybody else. Not trying to make it seem like that, but I never
that shit's
understood them.
weird.
Yeah, it's like I just never understood like motherfuckers like stay like I know friends that have stayed at some weird dark parties, and I'm like, but then when you realize what motherfuckers have done in life, you're like, oh, okay, so that makes sense back then, but now you just got to move accordingly. I don't really like
People be
house
on
parties
board with a
anymore.
lot of the weird shit. People be on board with it. Like I was supposed to write with Joe Buttons,
What
and
do you
now
mean
that I'm
for
thinking
music?
about it, yeah,
Oh shit. Okay, Tracy.
in Jersey City, I went to the studio in Jersey City. Somebody I went to school with, I was in the arts department, and somebody I was in school with stopped me outside. Like I don't even remember who the fuck this person was, but he was just like, Yo, Trey, what's good? Da, 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 da. Yeah, you still right? No, yeah, I still right. Oh, yeah. And come through. And I was like, all right. And we made plans. I went through. And I waited and waited and waited, which was wild as fuck. And when the nigga finally showed up, I was like, eh. Like his whole vibe was like asshole. And I don't do asshole well because I'm an asshole myself. So we just gonna be here looking at each other funny.
Right.
And I just broke out and I was like, because he really didn't have time to focus. It was just to meet him, and I was like, I ain't fucking with you. But that's somebody I knew who saw me out in the street, and I think I fit the bill because he likes real curvy,
Mm.
he likes real pretty, and you delivered me to this motherfucker.
So you thought it was a setup. He was like, "Oh,
Now that
niggas
I'm,
trying to set me
but
up."
but now, but if you think back, if a motherfucker put you in the presence of a person who is dangerous,
Right.
didn't they just feed you to a motherfucker or?
Almost. Yeah. That is definitely what it seems like. This is. But do they do it knowingly, or like is it just like a condition? Right. It's like like a motherfucker be like, oh, like he'll. This is nice to look at for him, or he might try to hit on her. Like, but you don't think that it's going to actually turn bad. Like you're not
I don't
looking
think
at it that way.
I don't think dudes would think it's gonna turn bad because how many guys still try to shoot bail for niggas, even though they heard
Yeah.
stories. Like there's 5 things dismissed. She crazy. She jealous. She trying to ruin my reputation. She trying to get money. It's like there's like a script, and whatever the fuck she said just got dismissed, and people overlook the fact that it's not her. It's like her and 8 other motherfuckers
Mm.
that said the same thing. But
Yeah.
because it doesn't affect dudes, I think
But
I
that's that
think a
shit
lot of
with Trey
guys
Songz,
they
right?
be in denial. I think they be in denial about it.
Right. But that's that shit with Trey Songz, right? Like it was like 6 girls or something that like came out like in a row. And then like you never heard anything of it, but it's like there's always like a story. Like I said earlier, there's like a helicopter
Ti and
around his
Tiny
aura. Oh yeah, they got
don't
allegations
like
too.
like don't go party in the street. Don't party with them.
Yeah, I heard that too. That's one of those like
They money is not long enough. Don't do it. Cause this is another thing. It's about the weird shit. I would talk to my ex about this. I was like, did you realize you could have a girl and you might be able to point this out in real life. There could be a dude who's like a pussy hound, but he ain't got no interest in the chick who's a pussy hound, a dick hound.
mm,
He want the chick who don't want him.
that's
Like
different.
something's weird about that.
It's like a challenge, it seems like.
It's a conquer.
Right.
That's part of the taking something from you. So you have a chick and she about all that, but you're not interested in finding her and y'all like agree on some shit and get to it. You want to go chase a bitch who ain't really trying to feel nothing that you fucking saying, or outright just don't want to be bothered with you. Like Puffy, they said Puffy like bitches who don't want him.
Damn. I mean, that's some ego shit, right? Like I mean, that's how I'm looking at it. Like I don't know. I can't see. I guess I can't see the weird perversion shit to where as though it like turns into something extra. But I guess that's because I'm not a fucking psychopath, right? Like at least something good's coming out of this. Like
It get hard, yo. You be like, I wonder how, and then you just be stuck. Like I
yeah,
don't understand.
like I feel really
'Cause
stupid because I'm like, all right, no, I'm like actually trying to understand it, and I know it sounds like I'm trying to like defend it. It's like no, like, but why would a motherfucker want to do that? And it's nothing's adding up for me.
because I want what I want from the person, her. All right, baby, I'm right here. Like, come on, you could. Nah, bitch, I want her.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's crazy.
It's like,
So
it's like,
so so speaking of so let's get into this list of the weird dudes because I just pulled it up and the funny thing about it is I guess the nigga that was leading last was Blueface in 2020. He was because this is on Wiki. I don't know who made this on Wikipedia, but reported rap artists involved in gender violence, basically. So there's a
that was
list,
focused on the lyrics.
huh?
That was focusing on the lyrics.
Oh, you were focused on the lyrics. I was looking at the list of motherfuckers that was like caught up in some shit, and for in the shit that they did. Like this is a fucking long ass list. They don't even have it numbered, but
My
okay.
first,
Where's the lyrics? Oh, which one you want to start with? Which years?
I'm not even concerned with the lyrics. It's just regular ass stories. Like we got footage. We got footage all the way back to fucking Dr. Dre.
Yeah. So I didn't know that
And
was
let's not
actually
forget about
footage either.
Michelle. Let's not forget about Michelle.
Yo, that was insane
He
too.
was dragging her. Yo,
The
I
nigga
think
was wild.
the only person who intervened was Easy E
That's crazy.
in the studio. Beat a bitch and then tell her to get on the mic.
That's not like what is wrong
It's
with you,
not
yo?
funny. It's just it's fucking obnoxious.
No,
Cause
it
it's
is. Cause
that's
what like
psycho. Like, ain't you mad, nigga? Ain't you gonna like storm out after you beat a bitch ass or go like cool off or some shit?
no, you just
No,
gonna
you
sit
gonna
there
go
like a fucking psycho. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
and
there's
then start
something.
flicking knobs and shit and like,
Yeah,
and go
tweaking the
back to work.
sound. Nah, that
Like,
shit sound good. No, that shit sound like pain. There's something really wrong with you. Niggas need a
your mans
lashing.
and them is traumatized because they just watch you fucking mop the
Yeah,
floor with this girl. Michelle is dumb small.
that's fucked
She's
up.
like a petite, tiny ass girl, and then you gonna demand that her ass go sing some shit?
Shit, Ike and Tina Turner.
I can't use my mouth, baby.
That was a crazy one. That motherfucker he was just a piece of shit. Like I remember there was a podcast. What the fuck was it? It's like the 27 Club or whatever I think it was, or fuck. I used to listen to a lot of it. Anyway, motherfucker would tell stories of celebrities like in their wild shit, like everybody that's ever had controversy around them. Disgraceland, that was the name of it, the podcast where this guy he just talks about everybody's like shit, but he does it in such a good story that you're like, and you're listening along, you're like, this shit is fucking insane. But I heard Ike's story, and Ike was just a piece of shit, like from Gate. That was a sad thing, and like everybody knew, you know what I'm saying, like the motherfucker, but
Everybody always knows.
right, that too.
Nigga ain't beating your ass like motherfuckers, but that's the same shit. Motherfuckers don't have the wherewithal to hide or hide you. Like they hid like this nigga hid Cassie because people taking pictures of her and it's paparazzi everywhere and blah blah blah. Like you had to hide her, but the average motherfucker they ain't hiding you. Motherfucker pop off wherever. Like they beating kids. Back to that, beating your baby.
Mm.
Beat your baby outside. Beat your baby in the car. Beat your baby. You don't take your baby in the bathroom and pop them in the butt.
Oh, you
You
gotta
gonna
be
jump on their
respectful
ass like a
about that
wrestler.
shit.
You gonna jump on your baby like you a
Yeah, nah,
wrestler
that ain't funny.
in the middle of fucking
But
aisle 3.
some of these kids need their ass whooped though. I'm just saying.
But that's how we get weirdo motherfuckers that want to fight. Cause
No,
you
this
said
is
good
true.
morning.
I don't
Gotta
know.
stop the problem somewhere.
Yeah. All right. So I'm looking at some of these lyrics. I feel like some of they're reaching. All right. So where do you want to start? The '90s. Let's go to the '90s. NWA's 1991. She swallowed it. It's about fellatio. Yo, Wikipedia is so cute. So the lyric goes, "She looked at me. I wasn't surprised, but wasn't passing up the chance of my dick getting baptized. I told a bitch to do it quick. You little hoe, hurry up and suck my dick." Hold on, so that's supposed to be violent? Was that violence? Am I missing a point here? I mean, it
Yeah,
just
because it's crude.
it's crude, but it's lyrics. It's poetry. I mean, if that's the case, then porn is just as lewd and should be considered like on the verge of violence. Even though I'm sure that there's violence in that too. I was listening to the story like, so you know them OnlyFans girls be beefing.
The The only fan girls be beefing.
Yeah.
I can't.
Nah, yo, this shit is crazy because it's like the two top, black sex worker girls, the Miss B Nasty, and the other one was what was her name? The Gaia girl, I think. Anyway, they was all like working together. Then somehow they had a falling out. Shit was crazy. I found it all on YouTube. Shit was wild, yo.
Oh, Too Short, I never cared for.
What you got? Where you at? In the 80s?
Well, now I got a rep and they say I'm wrong. I beat my broad ass and she moved back home. Came in one night, I was buzzing. Bitch tried to front on me for fucking her cousin. She started yelling. Man, the bitch got raw. I took one step back and went straight to her jaw.
All right, that was violent.
Coogee rap. And according to Corinne Steffens, you wasn't nothing nice. Bitch, why you lying? Bitch, you been cheating. Now a gangster gotta give your motherfucking ass a beating. I punched in the rib cage and kicked in the stomach. Take off my motherfucking jewelry. Bitch, run it. I stomped her and I kicked her and I punched her in the face. That's the last line.
That is insane. Well, like, yo, give me all my motherfucking jewelry, bitch, run it. What? Eminem was always wild. He was always saying some.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, nah, that DMX line was crazy. I always knew that one was crazy.
oh, that's a lot.
What? Which one?
Trying to send the bitch back to her maker, and if you got a daughter older than
Yeah.
15, I'm a raper.
DMX was a wild. Oh,
That's a
man.
lot.
I think I remember saying that out loud once in one of my I think it was like a counselor at like a summer camp or some shit was like, never repeat that again. That is not nice. I was like, oh shit. Like I didn't even. I'm just rapping along. I knew the shit was like, it was bad because that's why it sounded raw. It was like, holy shit, this motherfucker's wilding. But yeah, nah. Looking back, that shit was crazy. It's still crazy to this day.
Oh, Ja Rule, let's be careful now. I got 2 or 3 hoes for every V, and I keep them drugged up off that ecstasy. Now, Mr. Ja Rule, were you or were you not a hang buddy of Mr. Diddy?
Mm.
Talking about how you be drugging up the hoes with the ecstasy.
Yeah,
Careful,
you can't. Yeah,
careful,
you can't say keep them
careful,
drugged
careful.
up. You can't say keep them drugged up because then it sounds like you're like feeding somebody drugs. Because I mean, I would look at it as all right, like we're all just partying, so I make sure I have enough drugs for them to have what they want. But yeah, keep them drugged up does not work. They got Jadakiss in there too. It's damn near 4 a.m. Ain't shit to discuss to you. Actually, which dick do you suck? I mean, it is damn near 4 a.m. What the fuck are we talking about?
Well, how many niggas is in here?
That's weird too.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
What you mean,
it
which
doesn't-
dick to suck? How many motherfuckers? We
That's
gonna pull
crazy.
straws, my nigga? What the fuck? Rock, paper, scissors, my nigga?
And if you
Y'all
the
work it
last
out.
dude, you crazy too. That shit's just gross.
I'm gonna be smoking a cigarette. Y'all niggas figure it out. Y'all figure it out.
Yeah, oh my god, this shit is definitely stressful. They got Jay-Z in here, bitches and sisters. You ain't no better because you don't be fucking rappers. You only fuck with actors. You still getting fucked backwards. I mean, that wasn't that serious. Some of this shit they're reaching. The City Girls got one in here. Oh, Diddy's on this song.
That's a lot.
City Girls song. Oh, Act Up 2017. Oh no, the remix had Diddy on it. 2017. Oh, they got Schoolboy Q up here, alluding to promiscuity. So him and him like having, I don't know, some of the shit's reaching, but yeah, some of the lyrics though is crazy. The 2000s was a wild time. Oh shit, they got G Unit in here. Lloyd Banks, I laugh at a snotty chick. Bitch, I don't argue, I'll leave you. I'll leave a print on you. I'll leave a print in your ass from a karate kick. Oh, that was funny. Only because it's like, I mean, think about somebody like leaving a print. It's like, come on, that was supposed to be funny. But they'll use your lyrics. Big L, we know Big L said some crazy
I
shit.
don't want your hoe. Just what that. I just want that cookie from her. She tried to resist, so I took it from her.
Who?
How you gonna tell me no? You
Where's
must not
that?
know who I am. That doesn't even rhyme. Who's that? Rich homie Quan.
What year is this? The 2010s?
It doesn't say.
Holy shit! Nah, where? I don't see it. It had to be in the 2010s. He wasn't out early 2000s.
It was in the 2010s.
Okay.
It's on the same line as Beyonce.
Oh, here we go. Drunken Love. Oh, Young Thug. Oh, yeah. These motherfuckers is wilding. Alluding to rape. Yeah, nah, that's crazy. Drunken Love. They got drunk. What? Trying to catch Jay-Z again. Catch a charge. I might beat up the beat up the box like Mike in '97. I bite. Come on, man. Like, y'all doing too much. I mean, listen, we're not going to act like hip hop is this grandiose thing and they do everything right and proper. But there's a lot of violence here anyway, and it does need to be discussed, especially sexual violence. I don't like it. I don't like really don't like talking about it because I feel like sometimes I sound stupid because not only do I guess I'm not well versed on it enough to speak on it. I just don't have the answer. So I feel like I sound stupid just trying to be like, no, it's not right. I sound like a fucking Karen. Like it's not my favorite thing to talk about. So
So where does the permission come from to how do you solve something that someone wants to talk about? And I
oh
think I think how you feel is like guys in general. They're like,
yeah.
I don't know, because it affects you as a representation of man. It affects you because you're in proximity to these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
These are people that you know. This is Uncle Touchy and Pastor Weirdo and Mama's boyfriend, like a lot.
Well, it's like the more you talk about it, the more it like kind of peels back the layers in real life to where as though you start looking at everybody else weird in a sense to where as though you're like, all right, is this motherfucker cool or are they, you know what I'm saying? You look for motherfuckers doing anything that might be a little too extra just because now your antennas are up because it's like you get if the shit's popping up amongst a wider group of, like you got to know that there's way more motherfuckers out here that are doing it, and allegedly that's everybody's beef with Drake.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know
Why are you renting out a Chuck E. Cheese?
who
Oh
did
no,
that.
A Dave and Buster's. I'm sorry.
Who did that?
Teenagers. Drake.
Oh, I was at David Buster's
He
before.
ran
They got
down
a
on a
bar.
Dave and Buster's and rented it and was like like hanging out, introduced himself, like hanging out with the kids. People were like, oh my God, it's Drake. Oh my God. And it was like, oh, look, it's Drake. He. And of course, everybody's like fanning off and shit because, oh,
Right.
yeah, it's Drake. But then at the same
They don't
time,
even
nigga,
realize
of
what's
all the
going
places to
on.
be in the world,
Right.
of all the places, super fucking rich with a whole ass airplane, all the places you could be right now,
Yep. Y'all don't even know what y'all just
Dave and
did.
Buster's,
That's
without your
crazy.
child. Without,
That is
I'm
insane.
sorry. I'm sorry. You could be at Dave and Buster's because your baby is like, what, 8? Your baby could have, but without your child, you're at
Right.
Dave and Buster's. Again, of all the places for you to be, Drake, why are you
Well, yeah, then
interested
to
in
shut it down and you just be hanging out with the people that's already there. I can see if you shut it down and had your own little party because they got a bar. Dave and Buster's has a bar. I like
He
video
was
games.
he was and a crew, like they were DJing
Oh, they
and
had
like
a whole
hanging out.
party night going on.
How about you just like bring your child and like pay for everybody for the day or some shit. Like, like why are you here? Exactly. So yeah, so there's like people reporting on him and looking back at some of the shit he do, and they'd be like, and why
Right.
exactly? Like some girl on stage and you all hugged up on her, kissed up on her, hugged up on her, kissed up on her, and then she looks like a teenager. She has like a ponytail. She's like not sexy at all.
Yeah, that's
And then
weird, man.
then you ask her how old she is. She tells you she's underage, and then you kissed her again,
Yeah.
like on the forehead, but you like hugged her up after you already fucking felt her up.
You know, that shit's weird,
So your
man.
security guards ain't out here like checking IDs before they fling a bitch on stage.
Nope. And that's what I never
Like,
understood either. Like y'all just be grabbing. Y'all should have that way more planned out. Like, we're gonna make sure that we have somebody specifically in the audience
cause
that's
you know
going
what's
to
gonna
be
you,
there.
you yeah you know it's part of the stage show. So why don't you go
Right.
secure the situation
Right.
and go like ask a bitch to pull out her ID real quick and get you like
I'm sure that there are young ladies out there that will do that type of work. You know, like I don't.
professional jump on stagers.
Yeah. I mean, they have other names for them, like escorts or, you know, stripper maybe.
It don't need to be that. Ain't nobody
But what I'm
fucking a
saying,
nigga on stage.
no, I'm
But
not
just
saying that. But
check a bitch and make sure the bitch is not
she doesn't
12.
have to be an escort that you sleep with. But you're paying for their time, so you just pay a beautiful woman to be in seat E5 or whatever, and that's the one that you're gonna bring on stage. You play it up like it's something different every night. Like I don't know, taking a chance of like pulling a fan up on stage and thinking that you're gonna get an adult is pretty crazy. Especially if you're a
But the
younger
girl didn't look
artist.
like an
I don't give a
she
shit.
looked adult.
I don't give a shit. Like everybody's got to. What? I mean, you might find maybe an 18-year-old, maybe a 21-year-old, 25, probably pushing it. But you're not gonna find no real adult in those audiences. Come on, you know that, Tracy. The real
But she
adults
looked
are
like a
in
teenager.
fucking press and shit. You know, like these are all
But she
kids.
looked like a teenager. She
Well,
looked like a teenager. I
oh,
can tell you a teenager looking like an adult
right.
or attempting to look like an adult. That's different.
Yes.
But this girl had like she had like a trapper keeper.
Oh, damn. She just came right from school.
She had Heelys. She had Heelys with the lights under the
She
shit.
rolled
Like
up on stage.
she was dumb. Yeah, she had like a Claire's boutique bag. Like she was
Yeah,
like dumb young.
like you could see it. I don't know. They definitely didn't do that right. And so once again, this is all shit that people don't realize comes back to bite them in the end.
But it's weird. And then the dudes that have this whole ass complex conversation about geographic location and age.
Oh yeah,
If you're arguing over the fucking latitude longitude
yo
of you taking advantage of someone that's too young,
that shit is so crazy
if
because
you gotta sit here with a motherfucking globe, and,
niggas don't know geography, but they know what states
like
you can fuck young girls in. That's
so
crazy.
you're just trying to find the location where what you just said is okay is okay.
Yeah, nah, you
Well,
niggas
in
is sick.
Thailand, you could be 15, and I could, yeah, that's it. Like, why do you know that?
Niggas don't know nothing else about the law of the
Why do
land,
you
but
know that?
I could go over here and do this. Like, why do you know that?
We were talking about underage. We were talking about having sex with like dead, like corpses. We were talking about a whole bunch of shit, and we had to Google.
That is
The
weird.
question came up, and we were like, "Oh my god, I wonder." And we had like, cause why the fuck would we
Yo,
know?
whose computer did y'all use for that? I know they cookies is crazy right now.
Mine. Both of
Holy
us.
shit.
Both of us on the old show. We were looking up. Is it legal to have sex with a corpse?
Oh, yeah. That's right. Damn, that's probably why
But
that
these would be
laptop
like
is messed up.
questions that we had because we're just like vibing,
Remember,
not
that's when I
because
found out
I
what
just
poppers were? That was when I found out what poppers were. I was like, why the fuck did I Google this shit?
but it's not shit that we know. Other motherfuckers be like, well,
Right.
yeah, it's poppers. All you gotta do is like, why do you know that?
Right.
You're telling yourself, Jimmy. So if you know that like the age of consent is fucking 12 in Sri Lanka,
Right.
the fuck?
Why do you know that?
And you're from fucking Michigan, like
Yeah,
you're from Flint, like shouldn't you be worried about water?
exactly.
You worry about whoa, Did you? Whoa. Yeah.
That is
Fun
insane.
fact: you can have sex with a 12-year-old if you were in India.
Yeah, that's weird. Why do people know
Okay.
that?
Are you from India? No. So why do you know that? Cause that should be on people's mind.
Telling you, yo, niggas need hugs, man. Niggas need hugs. They need conversations with their moms. Y'all need a lot of shit. Shit. I don't know, man. Yup.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's it, man. I don't know. Kind of.
I'm exhausted. How we
Yeah.
gonna stop them? The creepy people.
I listen. I'm like
Does exposing
exterminating
them help?
niggas. Um,
Does exposing them help?
I don't know. I think so, but I'm not really sure about it because it's like unless something
Everybody else got to care. Everybody else
right.
got. I can't. We got to do the Care Bear stare at these niggas. So we got to all line up together and just shoot hate at that one motherfucker over there.
Yeah, I mean, so but that's the other thing too, like because after so long, motherfuckers still got to go back to work. Niggas has stopped chanting.
Or firing squad. Well, you said firing
That's what I
squad. So we're
said.
gonna do the
Extermination.
Care Bear firing squad.
The Care Bears.
Same concept, a little different. Just
Way
we're gonna do
different.
the Care Bear stare with guns
Yeah, I mean I'm telling you, extermination. That's how you get
at
rid of
that
fucking
nigga.
rodents.
At that nigga right there.
Yeah, Care
That could be
Bear.
a business.
That is. Oh my god. I don't know.
Taking out pedophiles.
Yep. Thin tooth ones and thick tooth ones. I guess. Pause. That was wild.
That's
Hey,
crazy. That was
hey.
nuts.
All right, I give up. I'm gonna work on a solution so we can save the world.
Yeah, we'll figure it out at some point. Yo, thank you guys again for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. We've been sitting here, sexual assaulted out. Listen, real talk. People get help. I don't know the number, but I know there's a number to it. I should have been a little more prepared. I feel like all the professional podcasts like have that for you. But yeah, no, we're not that professional, I guess, at this point. Anyway, it's been real. Tracy, enjoy your trip. Look forward to seeing you or talking to you when you return. I ain't gonna be seeing nobody because I ain't got no car right now. But you know what I'm saying?
I'm being used to eating barbecue.
Nice. Yeah, you gotta let me know how it is. Never been to Texas. My daughter's going down there, I think, for her 22nd birthday.
Hot like a motherfucker, so I heard.
Yeah. Well, listen. Enjoy the food. Have a drink for me. You know how I get down. Usually a beer or a shot, but whatever. You could drink some wine. Anyway, yo, you
Well, thank
guys, huh?
you said you could drink some wine. I'm like, well, thank you.
I mean, I'm just saying, you have a
Option.
drink for me. Yeah, you gotta have options. Come on. Look, was that violent? I think that was some like sort of hip hop violence type shit. That forced you to have a drink.
Consent is sexy. Don't forget, guys. Consent is sexy.
Damn.
Enthusiastic consent. Even if you want to take them rubber bands, that fucking hard boiled egg, and that motherfucking flip flop in that room with that cute girl with the glasses, it could happen for you.
I still have no idea what that means, but I thank y'all for listening, and we will talk to y'all next week. Tracy, say bye.
Bye, Tracy.